good. We are live. All right, good. So, another thing I really kind of wanted to point out was I wanted to read you guys my opinion that I made. And it was 10 hours ago, so it was like basically right when I got up. And I want to read somebody else's take on it, and I really agree with them. So I posted, I got to say my opinion on one more thing. The whole thing with Zootopia and making Nick and Judy a couple is stupid. I think they worked better as just close friends rather than being in a complicated relationship that would end up pulling them apart from the stress rather than them continuing to get closer. So as my strict opinion, let's keep Nick and Judy as work partners and best friends, not a relationship. And then I posted a few things. And then I want to read what this guy said, and I completely agree with it. Hey, Kel. He said, they have the "we went through hell and no one else understands me like you" relationship. It's not an amorous relationship. I don't know what that word is. It's one built on trust, shared values, and shared experiences. They get each other. And I completely agree with that statement. And I honestly wish more people would have that view. But unfortunately, people don't have that view. They just think that, hey, Nick and Judy should totally get together, and then they completely ruin it. And it's like, oh, yeah, that again. Great. But anyway, enough of that. We are going to use a 5.0 or an 8.0 jet. Now, I know a lot of y'all hate it when I use premiums because the fact I'm not grinding hard enough. But here's the thing. I am positive that with my lovely capability of not knowing what the flip I'm doing, let's see. Let me look at my crew right quick. What's the G-force tolerance at the moment? This guy can take 6.9 Gs. No, excuse me, 5.6 Gs. So that's not bad, but could be better. So I have two people trying to join me. Let me get them in here. We all know Jay wants to try and make me rage, so we'll get him in here, and then we'll do our thing. So I'm assuming you guys want to listen to Jay talk. Dear God, dear God, dear God, dear God, dear God, dear God, dear God. Oh. Bro, imagine playing naval realistic battles, Peyton, also known as Ratty Boy. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Judy won by a landslide on that one. Like, I'll actually... Alright, so on my channel, I said, and this is exactly what I said, to help strengthen my point, I am trying to make, here's another poll. If you could go on a date and just eat and talk with these two characters, which one would you go with? And I put Diane Foxington or Judy Hopps, and like I will actually give you guys the numbers. Diane Foxington, 18% of people with 40 votes, 18% of people. Judy with 83%. That is actually like crazy to me. So we're doing 8.0. Yeah, 8.0. So I can grind out this next jet, or get this next jet, I should say. Jay, do you want to leave? Jay, do you want to explode? Do you want to explode? Dude, having fun in GTA is really, really difficult when nobody freaking wants to play with you. I'm glad that you want to. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I do plan on eventually live streaming the campaign again, but nobody wants to watch the campaign because nobody likes the campaign, so I enjoy the campaign. I'll put it this way, like I'll put it this way, like I enjoyed Red Dead Redemption 2's campaign. I didn't figure I would, but I did, and I enjoyed it a lot. So I'm looking at GTA 5 in kind of a new light, and I'm trying to, you know, kind of like get that personal connection with all of them. And so far, just on what I've collected, just on Franklin and Michael, I haven't really played Trevor enough to really get it much, because Trevor's just a psychopath. Let's be honest, that's just his thing. No, not with this. But Franklin, I know Franklin is just he's kind of a gangster, but at the same time he's trying to stay alive. So he's like extra cautious, and you know he's wanting to be relaxed and chill. And then you have Michael. Well, then I guess M22 down there is going to have to change him, because I don't have any other jets. Like, I have the 7.0 thing, and I'm trying to grind out Russia. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm not changing anything. I want to get this done and over with, so I don't have to mess with it anymore. But I really want to grab and then Michael, if you kind of look at it, like, Michael's just an older guy. He's been in the life, and as he gave the advice to Franklin, you know, he didn't want Franklin to go into the criminal enterprise. He really didn't. Like, the advice, if you pay attention to the one mission that he gives Franklin, he goes, give up the thug life, go to college, get a degree, and rip people off legitimately. That's the advice Michael gave him. And it was honestly, like, except for, like, the rip people off legitimately, like, except for the, like, ripping people off legitimately, like, if I'm being honest with you guys, like, Michael gave some really decent advice to him. And it's sad to me that Franklin ended up getting pulled into everything. But, I don't know. Normally they'll be pairing everybody up. There it goes. But if I'm being honest with you guys, like, and I don't know if I said anything. I know I haven't said anything about the trip. Well, hush and let me talk. I didn't get to tell you guys about my trip my trip. I'm not saying where I went, because that would be giving away my location. We did not get to go anywhere. We didn't even get to go to the aquarium or the museum ship that I wanted to go to. We didn't do anything. We went down there. Jay, it's fine. Jay, it's fine. Jay, it's fine. We won't die. Oh, no. Are those drop tanks or rockets that the A4E is mounting? They look like external tanks. I don't. What are you talking about, acceleration, Jay? No, yeah, the F-86 is a great fighter as far as maneuverability and everything, but the acceleration on it is kind of like, it's like, yes, it's like when they were designing it. Wait, who's talking? Porter? Who's the Porter guy? Hold on. Alright, hold on. I saw his name. Porter is a Yak 3, and then what's the other guy's name? Feminist lib. Nah, there's somebody called a feminist lib. Oh no, I gotta shoot that down. Jay, can you help me find this person? Never mind, I see him. America! No, hold on. I'm trying to talk about... Alright, hold on. What's that? Oh, dude, in MiG-15, which is what I'm in. And then the other guy is in a Yak 3, a prop plane. Dude, they're in the same squad together. They're just joking around. Hello, Fallen. Dude, Jay, shoot down the feminist. No feminists allowed. A feminist is somebody that I don't really know the legit definition because they're not important enough to me. But what? I'm an American. Hello, Duck. I haven't played this BR. I gotta. Well, a feminist, in my opinion, from what I've understood, a feminist is basically somebody that believes that women get treated unequally. Jay, did you just crash? I'm pretty sure I'm about to get intercepted. Yep, there it is. No! No! Oh, it's a R2Y2 too. It's that Japanese piece of junk. No, that's actually false, Dr. Fallen. There are women that play War Thunder. They just can't freaking play it worth the crowd, so they're not recognized. Oh, dear God. I feel like I'm gonna make it. Still made it, sucker! I still get the points. Of course. Guys, look. If it's the feminist, he's playing Italy. And I honestly believe that that's just because he hates America. Move to Italy then. Why did I get immediately... Dude, if I start getting spammed, you can forget about getting an invite. I'm not even joking. I'm not dealing with that tonight. I have things I have to do. I don't have time to worry about y'all spamming me tonight. Because I got to get this and purchase it, and then I got to start researching the Yak 15, and I'm going to use the Yak 15 to grind out the rest of the tech tree. I had a long thought about it, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the Yak 15 to grind out that, and these, and then we're going to go on to jets again, so... I got a graduation to watch. Well, I graduated a long time ago. Too bad you weren't there. I'm old. I feel old. Y'all don't realize how old that makes me feel. Hearing y'all talk about like, oh yeah, I got a graduation to watch, or oh no, I'm dead. I died. Yeah, Jay? Do you want to explode next match? Jay, do you want to explode? Do you want to explode next match? I don't give a crap what you said it was. You can't even cuss. Just shut up. No, you. Why is this an argument? Dude, stop it. You're making my dog growl at me. What? He sounds like he's got a bad stomach ache or something down there, guys. So, hold on. I'm talking to myself. Shut up. Shut your tiny mouth now. M22, I'm paying attention to the ammo and all that. It's just, what do you want? What do you want, you democratic scum? Says the Russian player. Nah, then the American player comes back. Shut up, you communist son of a... Bro, I'm getting honestly really sick of this thing because, like, it will not... What did he bring out? Hold on. Hold on. The poor lad. He'll die, but it's fine. All is forgiven. What? I'm sorry, I was kind of zoning you out. My dog's tail is wagging. Hey, let's see if Pack Attack can get off the airfield before everybody else. The A4's gone, man. Dude, that A4's gone. He don't care. He's gone. Yeah. No. Watch this. He chose it, not us. He knew we were doing jets. and you did, didn't you? Where is poor Pack Attack's getting left in the dust? I'm gonna bring a biplane next. Bro, you better not. I'm gonna shoot him down if he brings out a biplane. I'm not even joking. That's the only thing prop planes in jet matches are allowed to do. I'm going around the map so that I can bomb my targets and get back. Whatever. Ironically, biplanes used to be... I know I have the cannons and all, but every time I've went head to head with somebody, it 539 and faster. Yeah, because you're losing altitude. Actually, I'm about to be gaining it, so hush. Yeah, it'd be great. You know, ZXR, you know, the funny thing is, I kind of looked at that earlier. What? Hey, bro, you should have went and helped him out, because he feels left behind. You better not. Dead center, too. I'm going back for more bombs. I don't know what you're doing. You know what's sad? No. Yeah, it doesn't do much. Also, just dogfight, man. I have the ammunition to do it as well, but yeah. You know what? You know, I was watching a short... Good luck. Don't die. Yeah, I know. That's why I told you not to die, so that you would hopefully not die. Would you like me to come and cook with you? Here, I'll come and help you. Dude, why is he going for me? I missed every shot too. I'm heading home. Jay, they shot off a flap. I'm now flying home limping. Hey, Pack Attack. I think that's probably what he's trying to do, but... Good luck, Pack Attack. You're gonna need it, bud. Yeah, Douglas, give us a little bit. You know, I feel so bad for Pack Attack because he's only just now getting into the battlefield. Do dogfighting if you got freaking... Oh, wow. Wow, good job. I don't really need protection. I just need to be able to dogfight in a fighter jet, so... I mean, I got a bomb base and 2 ground targets, so I mean, I did pretty good that match, or this match. You know, I kind of wish they had like just for fun. I wish they had like civilian airliners in the game, so that we could recreate. No, hear me out. There's a movie where there was like a jumbo jet, like I think it was a 747, and they got teleported back in time to World War II. It was such like a low budget movie, but it was so entertaining at the same time. And it was honestly, landing gear are not coming out fast enough. Jay, I might have an issue. Why do the landing gear take... Dude, the landing gear take way too long to come out on this aircraft. Oh, please brake in time. I'm glad I had a little bit of cannon. Jay, my brakes don't work. Jay, my brakes don't work. I'm burning my brakes up. What? Jay, I find it hard to look behind me. I made it. I'm here. Jay, what happened to your landing gear? Hi. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hey, buddy, what's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Dude, I'm so glad that was caught on stream because nobody would believe it otherwise. What's up? What's up? I honestly wish that in the camera, like when you're in the co-pilot seat or the pilot seat, like it would make it to where your character's head turned the way that you're turning your camera. It would make it feel so much more realistic. But then again, you'd end up breaking your pilot's neck by doing this. What was it you were trying to say, Jay? I'm sorry. Dude, that'd be cool. Like, well, see, the thing is, the ground crews, I think that is where AI would be awesome in aviation. Watching infantry, like infantry and airfield people, like run out and start like blowtorching your plane. Like you know how like when the ship's getting fixed in World of Warships, like it has like the little welding lights. It'd be cool to see AI with welding torches and stuff. It honestly would. Like I'd love to see something like that. No, I just flew by him just to piss him off. Yeah, there ain't but two people, and one of them's a bomber, so if I can hit that one. No, there's another guy, he's a bomber. So if they take him out, then we can go for the bomber. Once I lose these bombs, I can help. Of course he is. I'm noticing that. Oh, those are trees. I should probably dodge those. if you get an American Air Premium, which one should I get? I don't know, bro. It just depends on how much cash you got, really. I'm aware he's trying to go after me because he can't freaking do anything else. He's trying to shoot at me. And I'm very grateful. I know, right? Alright, well, I'm gonna have to try and pull a maneuver. I lost control. I'm gone. I'm gone unless this thing wakes up. Yep, I'm gone. Bye. He didn't get the kill, though, so that's good. I'm watching this idiot that wants to be a smart mouth, and when he dies, I'm gonna laugh my freaking head off. I noticed. Alright, so now you gotta look for the... I'm gonna go with the J-29 because I think he's actually looking for the guy who, $40, you say? Duck, if I were you, bud, if I were you, I'd save up for about $50 and then get something. Don't be trying to get nothing with just $40 because you're not going to get anything worth the crap for $40. Or he's doing bombing things, one of the two. I still didn't move up anywhere in the team, which is the sad part. He's probably at his airfield, if I'm being honest. If I had one of those orders... Oh, hold on, I might. No. Let me just see. Let me just see. Oh, there you go. Did it target him? Oh, that was an A4E. I'm telling you now, Duck, don't get the A4E because it is a pain to try and fly when you fully load it, and it's just not worth the time. Dude, you might end up having to wait and see if these idiots intercept or not. You know what's funny? You know what the funny thing is? There is a Cuban or something like that, and he put Cuban stuff all over the American plane. Oh, I think I see what I think I see what's happening. The IL-28's waiting on the awesome ant guy to leave the airfield. He killed the guy. He shot the guy on the airfield. Yeah, they're gonna kill him. No, watch this, watch this. Look, a wild tryhard appeared. No, that's comedy gold right there. Right there. I don't know about all that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we now have the ability to, and I'm going to go test fly this sucker because yes, please. I'm researching it, Jay. I'm researching it, Jay. You know the bad thing? I still have to use my 8.0 jet just to level up this stupid plane. So this ought to be fun. At least it better be for how much I'm going to have to pay for it. I know it's nothing but a yak that they strap. The Yak 15. I know it's nothing but a yak. That they strap. No, I've been trying to research to get it. Dude, what is this takeoff speed? This is sad. I know it's basically nothing but a yak with a strapped-on jet engine in the front, but I'm curious to see how well it turns. Because if it turns worth the crap, I can actually use it. If it can't turn, then I'm going to have an issue. Alright, let's see. Alright, well that's good. Yes. Turning radius. Leaves something to be desired, but can't use Russian flaps because they like to rip off. Oh no. I like a lot. Dude, this is gonna be great at whatever BR they put it. I can't remember. I think it's like 6.3. This thing's gonna be great. Alright, now firepower is gonna be the thing that lacks on this vehicle. Slow firing 23 mil, that ought to be interesting, and it only has a certain amount of ammo. It does turn really nicely at high speeds, so that's nice. That'll be a blessing and a half. Alright, let's see what it can do to an airplane. That is if I can intercept. Okay, that was due to my aiming, nothing else. Uh-oh. I am the ammo. Oh. The ammunition's the only thing that I see that's going to be an issue, but that's okay. I can easily get by that by just ground striking, and I'm pretty good at that, so... Let me test this thing out, because this is the next aircraft. Hi, Billy Bob. You got to think about it. A lot of those jets that you're a lot of those jets at that BR, they're kind of old compared to your jet. Exactly, so you're going to be even more overpowered. Billy Bob, I'm not sure what you mean by you're getting away from your sister. It's a family road trip, right? So if it's a family road trip, then technically your sister should be able to... Shut up! Yes! You nitwit. I don't know. Do you? Douglas, we're not doing jets anymore, just FYI. Yeah, he's probably not going to join now. I did. I saw that and I was like, hold on, guys. Guys, I gotta make a comment. So this guy named Kenny D posted a thing, and he goes, "Are Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps?" And he gives the options: dating or friends and partners in crime. 77% of people say these two are dating. How? Tell me there's brain rot without telling me there's brain rot. There's brain rot, very big amounts. Hold on. I gotta select an image. Hold on, give me a second. You wish you were human. At best, you're, oh man. No. Woof woof. No, you're not. I didn't say it. 6 whatever. Yes, I'm 6 years old. I'm 6 years old. I'm 6 years old, guys. Wah, wah. White hair? Yeah, I'm an old fart, guys. Listen to this guy's description of me. He would definitely ruin everything. You better not. I posted a thing. Y'all can go and vote it now. Yeah, I posted the thing, so I want people to... Did I invite Douglas? Yes, I did. Well, I hope it hurts. Well, you're going so fast that you need one. No, alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to read you guys the new poll that I just put up. I gotta know how much brain rot there is. So, are Nick and Judy, and I put dating or best friends. I am curious to see what the answers are going to be. Yeah, I know that there's like theories that they already have children. There's theories that they're getting married in the second one. Like, there's theories that they're dating. And it's like, how is that going to work? Because not only are they going to get, like, Nick and Judy are too different from one another for them to be in a relationship with one another. I hate to be mean, but they really are. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's another big issue. And not only that, like, it was actually covered in the Return to Zootopia fan-made film. Highly recommend, go check it out. It's a really good fan-made film. It was actually covered. People in Zootopia actually, like, legitimately looked down upon Nick and Judy because of the fact... People actually legitimately looked down upon Nick and Judy's relationship because of the fact that they were two completely different species. And that is one of the biggest things in the movie. It actually covers it, or in the fan-made film I'm talking about. It actually covers the fact because Judy gets upset. She's like, you know, people are judging us and all this stuff, and she starts telling Nick that, you know, it can't work out between us because too many people are judging us. And it wasn't because of her job or anything. She was worried about what other people thought. And, you know, I've always said, you know, don't worry about what other people think, whatever. I'll say, but guy, and that's always been what my opinion is. But in this case, I do not think that it is a good idea for them to pair Nick and Judy up. Simply because the fact their duo, their dynamic duo, it was like that person said. They have been through the same thing. They understand one another. They've both been through proverbial hell. They both know what it's like. So they have a common, dare I say, they have a common... I'm waiting on everybody else to ready up, Douglas. They have a common, how do I put it? I'm trying to think of how to say it. They have a common understanding of each other, we'll put it that way. But it's not in a relationship type of way. They just, as the person put in quotations, they get one another. You know, they understand each other. that is what makes Nick and Judy's partnership better than them being in a relationship. Because here's the thing, all right? Nick's a fox, Judy's a rabbit. That predatorial thing, that little thing in the back of Judy's head that says he's a predator, I should watch out, is always going to be there, no matter how much trust she has for him. Because I'm telling you guys now, all right, if I was in Zootopia and I don't know, what was a good prey animal that was in Zootopia? I don't know. Let's say, just for the sake of it, a bunny. And, I was best friends with a wolf. Even though I trust this guy with everything, right? In the back of my mind, there's always going to be that one thing. Or let's say I'm really good friends with a female wolf. Still, I trust her, whatever. But in the back of my mind, I will always tell myself, there's no way that I can possibly get into a relationship with this girl because one, she's the complete and total opposite of me, and two, what makes me think that she won't attack me randomly one day? There's always going to be that fear sitting there. No matter how close Nick and Judy get, I mean, let's be honest, and somebody who is not only a furry, but he's also gay, which is also what bothers me a lot, and that's why I left his channel recently, by the way. Big reason was the furry thing, but the gay thing made it even worse for me. But he pointed it out, and I thought it was really good point, and it kind of goes along with what I'm trying to say here. Judy, if you pay attention, tried to spray Nick with the fox repellent twice. In the beginning, when she first met him, she already had it ready to go. And then in the second one, or the second part, was when they were doing the interview, and after the interview, when Nick got pissed at her, she tried to spray him then too. She trusted him, and while she trusted him, when he went at her like that, it wasn't, and a lot of people make this an inconsistent, they kind of make it they really confuse it. The reason why Judy did it the second time is when Nick went at her like she did, or when Nick went at her like he did, the flashback popped into Judy's mind of Gideon attacking her. That was a traumatic experience for Judy. So, out of reflex, she knew she had the repellent, so she went for it. She didn't grab it, but she undone it and put her hand up. That was a reflex. All right? Because she had already been attacked once by a fox. She wasn't going to let it happen again, even if she trusted Nick. But if you pay attention, after she leaves and comes back, when they're doing the whole acting thing, she's not wearing the fox repellent, and Nick bites her neck. She had enough trust for Nick, and this is the big thing for me. She had enough trust for Nick that even though, yes, Nick, how do I put this? Even though Nick was a fox and everything, she had grown to trust him as a very, very close friend. And I really want people to understand that it isn't a relationship type of thing going on between the two of them. It's a friendship, a bond that was formed because of the fact they both have had basically the same thing happen to them. I mean, look at both of their stories. When Judy was young, her parents, Gideon Gray, and everyone else around her told her she's a bunny, she can't become a cop. Nick, when he was young, he wanted to join the Junior Ranger Scouts. Okay, so he did it, right? He was going to do it, but because he was a fox, they did not trust him. That was their way of telling him that they were not going to allow him to be in the Ranger Scouts. All right, you gotta pay attention to those little details. They both had a traumatic experience. They both understood one another, and they became close friends, and they became closer because of the fact they shared it with one another. And I believe, honestly, off scene, probably off camera, Judy probably told Nick about her experience. It might have been after the movie, who knows? But, I really, really, really think that people need to stop trying to hook these two together. Because, and I'd honestly, this is the one thing I'd really, really love to see them add into the movie, just to shut people up about it. I would love to see somebody make the reference that the two of them are together, and then Nick and Judy both go, no, 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 we're not together. We're just friends. I mean, you know, every time that, you know, that's ever happened in a movie, everybody knows that, you know, they actually do love one another, but they are both denying it, or either they're both hiding it. But for me, it would honestly shut a lot of people up, because it would basically tell them that Disney's not planning on making that a thing. But anyway, I don't think we're getting into a match with this. But yeah, guys, I know you guys get sick of hearing me talk about Zootopia all the time, so I really don't have much else to talk about. But I do want to talk about this. I don't know if any of you were on the live stream. I think it was last night. I don't know if I mentioned it on live stream last night. Frenchie, you're going to have to change, because we're not getting into a match with you here. Yesterday, when I was driving, I was following too closely, and I was speeding. And I will willingly admit that. You're not going to have a lot of people do that. And my mom was in front of me, and there was somebody in front of her that I did not see. I was speeding, and I was following too closely. My mom had to slam on brakes. With my brother in the back passenger seat of my truck, I swerved to the left, and guys, if I didn't know any better, I swear one of the wheels of my truck came off the ground. I almost lost control of my truck with me and my brother in it. I pulled off to the side of the road, and I did not drive for the rest of the day. I absolutely refused to drive for the rest of the day when I got home. It scared me that bad. But I did learn a valuable lesson, and my mom kind of brought it to attention, and I guess I really was in denial of it. I've been kind of driving like a teenager for a while, because, guys, I just got my license like in January. I think it might have been February, I don't know. And, you know, I was really excited, and I finally get to drive the truck the first part of April into March. So, let's see. Like, right there at March, so April, May. Like, we're right here in May. I've only been driving for 2 months, alright? I'm still learning the road. I'm still learning how I need to drive. But, guys, let me tell you. People say that a traumatic experience will make you buff up, so to say. Or smart up. Get your senses. It'll scare you straight, is what a lot of people say. Yesterday, I had that moment. It scared me straight. When I was driving today, I drove twice today. I drove the speed limit, which my truck goes 3 miles over, but I was going the speed limit according to my speedometer. So I was technically still speeding, but I was being safe about it. And I made sure that nobody was in front of me. And there is nothing that I can say that I can tell you guys how scared I got. But I was very scared. Words cannot even begin to describe how scared I was in that instant. Or that instance. But, Douglas brought out a bomber. But, Lancaster spotted, going for him. Let's see if these 20 mils. Oh, great. I don't have war emergency power on this plane. Again, I get bamboozled out of my war emergency power. How is it always me? Look, another Lancaster. It's Lancasters. It's Lancaster time. Guys, I believe we've made them upset. Hold that, hold that. He's crit. I'm gonna save ammunition. Where'd the other Lancaster go? Dude, how did we lose another Lancaster? What? Excuse me? Where'd the other Lancaster go? How did we lose a Lancaster? Spitfire's inbound. I'm going to try and intercept Lancasters. Douglas needs help. Forget the Lancasters for now. I'm about to watch Kale die. Douglas, see if you can bring him to me. Get him down here. I'll deal with the Lancaster later. I must warn you, I don't remember what the J2M is, so... Oh, dear God, that thing. I gotta put the nose down. Douglas, no! Dang it. And I can't turn... I found the Lancaster. Forget this other crap, I'm intercepting. Or at least that's the hope. I'm so getting intercepted. Oh no, dear boy. You don't get to live. I'm gonna exploit your weakness. Your underbelly. I got so much crap on my 6 and I died. Yep. I knew that was going to happen, but I did hit the Lancaster. So if somebody kills them, I want to go see what the votes are so far. I love the fact that 3 people have already voted for best friends. Guys, I don't know how long I've been playing, but tanks are kind of calling me right now. And if I don't play some tanks, then I don't know who I am anymore, because I haven't played tanks in a while. And I need to have some American fun, dang it. Dang it. You know, I'm looking at this thing, and I'm just like, yikes, why would I bring this? I might do this, and then I might run some Italy, because I gotta run some Italy and grind them out a little bit. Also, guys, I'm at level 72, and I don't feel like a level 72. I'm beginning to wonder if it's even worth my time. Like, I know that sounds bad, and it sounds sad, and it just makes you guys wonder what the flip's wrong with me, but I'm getting to that point where, how do I put this? I'm getting to that point now in War Thunder where playing it is just, it's not really, I hate to admit it, guys, but I think my days of constantly playing War Thunder are growing to a very slow and sad end. That's kind of why I'm bringing other games into the channel. So you guys might see a decrease in War Thunder gameplay, and you might see, for a little while, you might see me play things like SnowRunner. You might see me play games like GTA. I might even bring some Red Dead back. I'll probably be playing some more stuff on my computer. It's nothing. We're not getting into a match like this, guys. You know, Douglas, if I could get enough people in a Brick Rig server that would actually listen, I'd love to do a Brick Rigs, maybe like a role play type of thing. Maybe, I don't know. maybe a cops versus robber thing, but the issue is like everybody likes to go in, guns a-blazing and stuff like that, and it just ends up ruining the whole thing. Is Brick Rigs on PS5? Unfortunately, no. The only game that I know of that's on computer that I play that is actually on PS5 now, and I can actually, well, if y'all could see it, I could actually go and purchase it. It's $5 more on the PlayStation, though, than it is on, than it is on the computer, and that would be Railroads Online. So, I've honestly thought about getting Railroads Online and playing it on here just so you guys can see the difference in play style. But if I'm being honest, guys, like Railroads Online is one of those games that gets really disappointing when you try to do something and you find out you can't do it. So I don't know. So the last, I don't know if I was streaming it when I did this or not. I might have been. The last time I played Railroads Online, you guys saw me Kale, you have full permission to run into him right now. No, ain't no fun. No fun at all. Bet you wish you had a tank that looked as good as mine. With your big, fat, ugly looking rear end. Tank on A. There's a lot of those, by the way. But the last time that I remember I played Railroads Online, I was playing or I was trying to go up to the iron ore mine for the first time, and the engine that I selected that I was quite sure could have done it ended up severely lacking any kind of engine power to do anything, and it failed miserably to do what I needed it to do. And I got upset to the point of I didn't want to play it anymore. Tank right there. That's a panther. That's a panther. Guys, that's a panther. Guys, there's a panther right there. I love the fact that he waits until I shoot at it. Can we not do that maybe? Like, maybe let me actually get a shot off to kill some... Oh, no. Well, I got a shot off, it just didn't do anything. If you hit his commander cupola, we can kill him. We also have a light tank that's going to be over here somewhere, possibly, so be careful with that. Oh, nope, he moved. He's right here now. Alright, well. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, no pin. He's very upset. I mean, just a little bit higher, I can hit him, I think. I got him. We're good. That's all you need to do in those situations is just aim for the commander cupola. That's why they ended up modifying these particular tanks and a lot of the later American tanks and stuff, because of the fact that they found out that the commander cupola was what was getting killed a lot. Like in the German and the British, I believe, had that issue. I know for a fact that the Germans and the Russians were having the commander cupola issue, where if you shot it in the commander cupola, it would somehow ricochet and hit. So we as Americans, we came up with this commander cupola, and it became really difficult for them to kill us. So through the commander cupola. So all right, so there's a tank somewhere that doesn't like us. I'm staying down. Trust the engine. I just gotta find where the idiot's at that shot the guy. Woo! Summer blowout. No one's gonna get that reference unless they've watched Frozen. But that's what makes it funny. Alright, so the Panther got shot, but I'm trying to figure out where from. Just to make sure that I'm not, like, turning my side to the enemy or something. In which I am. Panther down. Just be careful, boys. Hold on, tank out in the field. There. Two of them, actually. Engine transmission. Out of Yag Panther issue. Yag Panther issue. Yag Panther issue. Oh no, Tiger 2P issue. I didn't see him. He's hiding behind the rocks. That's okay though. There's a reason they call me the Tank Destroyer. You know, now I feel a little old because there's an F-80 up here. But only slightly old, you know, just ever so slightly. I'm going to try and take out targets that I can hit. So, I'm going to hit the guy on A if I can, or B if I can. I'm inbound on him unless he dies, which I don't see that happening considering where he's sitting. Douglas right here. Right here. It is a Panther going in and bomb away. That should get him. Yep, you're welcome. Alright, I gotta go low. I don't have this guy, the crew, trained well, so I'm about to go do a dum-dum. Alright, going for him. Imagine trying to shoot a corsair out of the air. Wow. I get so sick of those tryhards, man. Someone please kill him. Just please, for the love of everything good, kill him. Thank you. I can only take so much of someone playing Germany. And I'm sorry, but when you immediately shoot at somebody in the air and somehow shoot their tail off, no, you're a tryhard. At that point, you become a tryhard. Especially when you only have the 7-point whatever machine gun they have that ain't worth a crap. Like, you are immediately turning yourself into a tryhard at that moment. Now, the Americans with the 50 cals, these things are built for anti-infantry, anti-air purposes and stuff like that. So, you know, it kind of makes sense to use it for anti-air, right? But when you're using the machine gun that is quite literally built, and you can look it up, the machine gun that the Germans mount is not meant for anti-air purposes. It's anti-infantry. You would have the commander What, who, Spookston went live? Well, I don't watch him, so I'm not worried about it. I'm telling you somebody I really wish... Uh-oh. Okay, it's a friendly, never mind. I'll tell you somebody who I would love to see... Please shoot him down. But I'd love to see Bowtime Gaming go live on YouTube once or twice. That would be nice. But he only does his stuff, from what I understand, he only does his live streaming on Twitch. And I don't really know why. I haven't been able to... I've never really been able to figure that part out. They shot it down, didn't they? Yep, of course they did. Tank right here. Hetzer. No Hetzer, never mind. Transmission. You just died to the one thing. I'll be fine, I don't need all this. The Hong Fong showed up. Bro, okay, they're starting to piss me off now. Let's just load the right shell. Just slap him. Okay, now they're just trying to piss me off, I think. Thank you. Oh, I know what you are. Hello. Oh, you let me get my gun back. Oh, hi. I have so much hate coming my way. Alright, crit. Loading HE. And gun out. Engine. Alright, I ain't got but a few more shells of this left, so... Let's see, let's take you. There we go. Loading the appropriate shell. Alright, I hit him, didn't do anything though. Ah, crap, there's another one. Alright, I'll be fine, I hope. If I can just tell what they are instead of the bomb. Crap. Yeah, I agree with that, if I'm being honest. Like, it's so unoriginal doing 100 like Shermans versus one Panzer or whatever, or Panther, Tiger, whatever. You get what I'm saying. I gotta say something here, and I'm gonna bring it to the attention. All right, somebody commented a few minutes ago on the channel, and they said that they think Judy's pretty nice. I went to their channel. This is their description: I hate zoos. Female, 14. Yes, a furry. I support gay people, but and all that, but I don't like LGBT. Okay, let me put something. And then he goes, I'm Christian. Okay, let me put something into perspective for you. Melody Productions 14. You cannot be Christian and be furry and support gay people. If you read in the Bible, all right, if you read in the Bible, it says that having sex with an animal, having intercourse with an animal is a sin. And I'm pretty positive that's what furries do. They love animals way too much. And it also says that being gay, lesbian, it also mentions that mixed race families are in sin, but we are forgiven of our sins and everything. But here's the thing. It says that all that is a sin. So by you saying, I support gay people, but I'm a Christian, you're like, oh, I think I'm a Christian, but I also agree with these sinful acts. No, you're not. You're no Christian. Not in my book. You are no Christian. You are not a Christian I will identify with. I'll put it that way. It then continues with, apparently she's trying to sell her artwork and stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. TikTok, of course. Of course this child has TikTok. Why not? We might as well brain rot you the rest of the way out. Nika hater or supporter. The Kit community should stop fighting, in my opinion. Please don't hate. I don't know who that is. I like bunnies and other animals. That's cool. I like animals too. I support anyone besides zoophiles, pedos, and more. Can you elaborate on the and more, please? And then, of course, she gives basically a whole description of herself. I'm sorry, dear honey, and I will call you honey because you are a female. Honey, I'm sorry. You ain't no Christian. You are not. You're no Christian. Not in my book. As a matter of fact, if I knew the verses that I had to read where it references the sinful acts, I would actually pull them up and read them, and I'd put them in my channel description because I want to make a point. All right. You guys know, I'm a very big Christian. Also, guys, we're doing 4.0 now, so please back down on the BR. Please and thank you. There is several verses. I can't remember where the one is that I referenced a long time ago, but it did talk about how in the end of days everything will end in Israel, I think, or no, that's somewhere else. But it also talked about, how mixing races, being gay and lesbian, and the way they put it in those times, a woman dressing like a man and a man dressing like a woman. Okay? Having intercourse with the same sex. Being transgender. Okay? You want to walk out one day, decide you're a female, the next day you're a male? No. It don't work like that, sweetheart. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You can't say you're a Christian and then proceed to say, I support gay people. No, you don't. Not if you're no Christian, you don't. Don't get me wrong. All right. I'm like Charlie Kirk on this, I respect you as a person. It's your decision to make. What you do with your body, what you do what you do in the bed. But as a Christian, I do not agree with your lifestyle. It is not my point to judge. So if you say, all right, and I'm gonna help you guys understand why I say that you're not a Christian if you agree with this. All right. If I were to walk out like tomorrow and say, I support the fact that you are a gay person, you're saying, hey, and then you proceed to say that you're Christian. You're saying, hey, I know what my Bible says, and my Bible says that it's a sin to be gay, but I support the fact that you want to be gay and that you are gay. I support the fact that you're sinning. No, that's not how that works. And it would be the same way with the lesbian people. I don't care. Let them come. I'll mute their gay rear ends too. I don't care. I've muted people in the past. I'll mute these people too. All right? And here's the thing. It would be the same way if I was a Christian and I walked out tomorrow and said, hey, you're lesbian. I support you. No, you don't. No, I don't. I'm sorry. My Bible tells me that what you're doing is a sin. I'm going to point that out to you. And if you don't like it, oh well, go walk. I don't care. You know, I'm not going to hate you because the fact that's what you decide to do with your life. I'm not. That's not my job. My job is not to judge you, but my job is to tell you what my Bible tells me. And my Bible tells me that this is a sin, and it is my God. I got to find a better way to put this. What kind of Christian would I be? And I'll put it this way. What kind of Christian would I be if I see somebody walking in sin and I do not try to convert that person to save them? To do like Jesus did and save so many people. What kind of Christian would I be? I'd be a fake Christian. That's what I would be. The whole point of us being Christians is leading people to Christ. But that does not mean that we need to tell somebody, oh, you're sinning, you're going to go to hell. No, that is what that is what people see when they hear the word Christianity. And guys, that is not what I want it to be labeled as. I'm not going to tell you. Let them find it. I'll freaking make sure their gay rear ends come to my front door. That way I can shoot them with my .22. Go ahead. Walk in my house, because then I can legally shoot you and get away with it. Go ahead. I don't care. But anyway, we're not getting anywhere with the Italians, the French, the Chinese, and the Americans. That's not happening, guys. But my whole point is, you cannot claim to be a Christian and then say, I support gay people, or I'm a furry. No, honey, that's not how that works. You ain't Christian and you ain't furry. You ain't Christian if you some sort of furry. Sorry, hun. That ain't how that works. Your parents might believe that's how that works, but it ain't how that works. And you know the funny thing, a lot of the people that are actually furries and all, a lot of the people that are actually furries and everything, they don't tell their parents that they are. Oh, in this day and age, I imagine they did. But back then, when people were furries, they wouldn't tell their parents. They would not dare tell their parents if they were gay. They would not dare tell their parents if they were a lesbian in the female's case. They wouldn't tell them if they dressed up like an animal. They wouldn't tell them if they wanted to be the opposite sex. They wouldn't tell them any of that. Because the fact that back in the day, it was looked down upon. And that is the issue with America today. That is the issue with everybody in this world. We have let ourselves tell each other, it's okay if you decide to do this. No, I will say this. Females don't need to be in police work. They don't need to be in firefighting. They don't need to be in truck driving. They don't need to be in the military. They don't even need to be in construction. I believe that if companies would pay the secretaries and stuff like that. You want to be a lawyer? I believe as a female, you have organization skills way better than a man. You want to be a lawyer? Go for it. That's a job you can do. Do it. There's so many jobs that women can do that doesn't require a lot of heavy lifting that they could go do. Scientists, they require more brain power, and it's kind of been proven that females tend to be a little bit smarter than men. At least when it comes to math and stuff like that. Common sense out the window. But especially when it comes to money, don't give a woman money. That's just a failure waiting to happen. But anyway, and this is coming from experience. I'm not going to elaborate any further on that, so don't ask. I don't believe females should be in those jobs that I listed. And, I'm not going to say that I believe... Sorry, guy. Alright. We're not doing 5-0. But, I'm sorry, but... No. But, I believe that women need to be paid better in the fields that they perform better at, rather than just letting them decide that they want to try and pretend to be a man and do construction or do truck driving or anything like that. Of course, people have done studies and stuff that female truck drivers are safer. Yeah, okay. Female truck drivers are safer, but what's that female gonna do in a situation where she has to act fast and not panic? She's gonna panic. Let's say she's going down a steep hill with a load behind her, and the road freezes, or the road is frozen. She loses all traction. She's gonna panic. She's gonna slam on the brakes. She's going to jackknife the truck. She's going to crash that truck. Alright? Her brakes go out. Same thing. She's going to jackknife that truck. She's going to panic. Women panic. There's no doubt about that. Women panic. It's just something that they do. I imagine back in the caveman days, they were like, heart attack because they panicked too much, But, I'm not hating on women. I love my mom. My mom's a woman. We all know this, right? Every guy has a woman in their life that they love, and for me, it's my mom. I love my mom. She gave birth to me, and at any moment in time, she could snap her fingers or snap my neck and take me out of this world. All she had to do was want to, right? But the point I'm trying to make here is, I don't want women to have to stay at home all the time. Because for a guy, myself, if I ever, have kids or whatever, right? I don't want me to be the only one trying to bring some sort of income on. But I don't want my wife working herself to death because of the fact that I was too lazy to get up and go get an actual decent job. No, I won't. That won't sit well with me. right? That's just, no, that's not happening. Alright, I got myself ranged in, so I'm gonna sit here. Buddy, just be quiet, boy. Eventually they'll shut up, and if they don't, I'll go gut them like fishes. Guys, we got a tank over here. I saw him running. Guys, I'm not joking. I saw a tank running. I told you. Hold on. Let me... Come on! What? Hold. Ranging. Firing. Miss. Reload. But the whole point is that women have been led to lead that they are the victims, and this is kind of something that was brought up the other day about what a feminist is. Alright? Or no, it was actually brought up earlier, and somebody was asking me what a feminist is. A feminist is somebody who believes that women are oppressed. Women are, how do I put this kindly? Women don't get the same rights as men. Alright guys, let me tell you something. A long time ago, we're going to do like a brief history lesson, I guess. A long time ago, the world was unfair to women. They said, no, a woman can't do this. A woman can't do that. So they wanted to believe that women were too stupid to do certain things. Holy Jagdpanzer! Rather than actually give them the chance to prove themselves. Women weren't allowed to vote. They weren't allowed to get certain jobs, things like that, right? Well, eventually, women were allowed to vote. Women were allowed to do other things, right? It became fair for them. But now they complain about the fact that women don't get paid as much as men. That's because women don't work as hard as men. Let's be deadly honest for a second, guys. Alright, let's honestly... I missed my shot. Reversing. Don't go out there. It's a death trap. There's a Churchill that wants to eat me. And other scary bits. Let me see if I can slap the Churchill. Bonk. Cannon barrel and track. Reversing out. He's very upset. We have a T-34 issue now. Kill the Churchill. Never mind. T-34. 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 Ah! Uh-oh. Guys, I'm dead. I'm dead. But my take on it, and, you know, no hate towards women. Women are led to believe by the media and everything else that they are oppressed. They're not allowed to do the same thing men are. When in reality, they're allowed now, more than ever, to do more than men can. A man, if he wants a child and the woman doesn't, a man cannot say, honey, I want this child. No, the woman gets all the ability to say, get rid of the baby. But yet, they have less rights than men. Yeah, okay, whatever. Alright, that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother time, in my opinion. But it's still a very hot topic, even in today's society. Matter of fact, in today's society more than anyone else's society, I don't believe for one second that women should be the only ones that are allowed to choose whether or not they get rid of the baby. I don't believe that it's fair to the man who possibly wants a child. I believe that to be completely unfair because let's say, all right, and I'm kind of going to refer to the Zootopia abortion comic as it's called. Let's say, for this sake, all right, let's say a female, and in this case it would be Judy Hopps. Hey there, Churchy. I'll just slap you, it's fine. Oh no, I'm dead. Yep, they took my gunner. Now I get to sit here and watch him slowly kill me. That's nice. Don't you do it, Churchill. No. Dadgummit. Dear Lord, the amount of tryhards today is insane. Just wow. But, in the comic that I'm referring to, Judy Hopps and Nick find out they're having a child, right? Well, Judy's more focused on becoming, how do we say this? Judy is more focused on being successful. And this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Nick tells Judy, I want this child. Judy says, no, I don't want this child. Flip you. Where is he? Dear Lord. He dies. Boy, we're getting spawn camped like crazy, aren't we? But basically, Nick tells Judy, he goes, if you get rid of this child, I'm leaving you. Judy doesn't think that he's being for real. And guys, this is nowhere near how Judy would actually act in this situation. It's just somebody trying to push the abortion and the gay and the lesbian agenda, and we'll get to that here in a second. And it's the perfect form of propaganda, by the way, in comic form, of all things. And I love reading comics. I love being able to read a story and be able to get an idea on what's actually happening through a picture. I love comics for that reason. But anyway, so Nick leaves Judy. Like, they break up. Apparently they're together. They break up. Whatever. Nick leaves Judy on the floor crying. Well, he feels bad about what he did, and he goes back. At this point, and I don't know how long it's been, he goes and he starts trying to apologize to Judy, and Judy's like, Nick, I already got rid of the baby. The baby's gone. And Nick just, it tears Nick apart, right? And then, no, Jay, I'm not. And then, not only that, I might actually look up the comic if I can find it. We might read it on YouTube or something. But, and then, Nick finds out that Judy is sleeping with a female fox, also known as a vixen. So not only has Judy turned into a bitch that's more concerned about her job than she is having a child, but she's also a lesbo now. So that's great. That's two agendas being pushed on these kids that might read this. And guys, I love Zootopia, so I was all into this comic stuff when it came to the Zootopia stuff. So I kept reading, and Nick gets upset, he leaves. Years go by, and one day, Nick's taking like a buttload of scouts. He apparently achieved his dream of being a scout, a Boy Scout or whatever, and he is taking them on a field trip or something like that. And then all of a sudden he hears about, watch out, the mayor's coming, or Miss Mayor or something like that. It is Judy with blonde hair now, and like a really stupid looking outfit. I hated the outfit she was wearing. It was completely stupid and pathetic looking. And her female vixen wife was carrying what looked to be a red panda. They had a child, or had adopted a child, whatever. And here's where it pissed me off. Nick had gotten married, and she had gotten with this. But here's where it pissed me off. And this is the point I want you guys to understand why it pissed me off so much about this whole thing. Judy didn't want a kid with Nick, but she gets a kid with this female vixen? Really? No. That's a bitch move. I'm sorry, but that is the biggest bitch move you could ever do. Getting with one guy, let's put it in the perspective of if this girl is straight. Getting with a guy, challenge accepted, dear sir. Getting with a guy, all right? Let's say you get with a guy, whatever. Y'all are gonna be hold on, give me a second. What was the map we were using last time? Actually, I think we were further down. I think we used one of those. I know we used that one. We used that one. We used that one. We used the abandoned factory. We did that one. Hello, Jammin', by the way. We used that one. We didn't do that one, but we skipped it. We skipped these. Or we did those, actually. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. That was a pain in the rear. We did that one, and then we did this one, and that was when I kind of rage quit. We did that one. We did this one, if I remember correctly, and we did this one. So what's the next map? Alright, we will do in the middle of the city. We're going to leave the squad. I'm not doing any more air battles tonight, Douglas, sorry. Alright, so limited fuel, yes, no limited ammo for airplanes. There we go. Alright, so y'all wanted to do this, so let's go on ahead and get everybody in here. Kale. I'm guessing that's copy. Maxwell isn't on. Pack attack. Torpedo jet. And I don't know where Jay is, so. Anyway, but y'all need to be on the opposite team. So, there you go. But the thing that really pissed me off with this comic, excuse me, let me go back. So, let's say there's a girl, and she, absolutely refuses to try and have a child with this guy, right? We're not doing 7-7 max. Y'all have 5. I'll allow 6-0. How about that? Y'all guys can have 7 or 6-0. That way y'all can use Panthers, at least. Seems fair, right? Panthers can pin things. But, the girl is with the guy, she refuses to have children. But then, because of the fact the guy wants to have children, they break up. So, then she gets with this other guy, and she just all of a sudden decides, I want to have children now. Jammin', you need to choose a side, bud, and you need to be on their side. Same thing with you, Copy, if you're going to join us. Then, of course, she decides she wants to have a child. I don't know, guys. It's like one of those subjects that it's like, it doesn't feel right, but yet people do it anyway. No weasel. That's final. But, I cannot stand it when people use a comic or a picture or whatever to push their crazy agenda on people. And I'll tell you guys now, alright, I'm a Christian, and, I've always said that, if you want to do something, I can't stop you, but I can tell you that it is wrong. But if you decide to continue to do it anyway, I've gave you the warning that I was told to give. So, you've been warned, basically. So, don't complain to me when the end of days comes and Jesus looks at you and he says, "Turn away from me, for I never knew you." And that's actually something that it is said that he will apparently say to the children that do not come to him. And guys, I'm telling you now, I cannot stand people that say I'm a Christian and then they agree with being gay, being lesbian, being transgender, or being a furry or anything like that. You are not a Christian if you believe that all that stuff is okay. Not if you're reading from the Bible I read from. And guys, I read from, for those of you who don't know, I read from the King James Version. The original one. Well, it's not the original, actually. This is a newer version of the King James Version, but it's not the new King James Version. It's like a lot of churches believe that the King James is the only Bible. And from what I understand, from what I'm understanding, how do I put this? The other versions of the Bible are the exact same thing as the King James, but they are in modern words, is more or less what they say, I think, if I remember correctly. If I see an airplane bomb me, I swear to y'all I'm leaving before this even gets started. Oh, shnikes. Uh-oh. That's a scary 90 mil. That's gonna hurt if it hits. Oh, it took everything. Okay. No! No! I live! We're not gonna talk about what I'm currently doing. I'm not surviving this. Hi. Hi. Ow. My gun was still broken. But, I've said it before and I'll say it again, if you decide that you want to continue to sin, even though I've told you what my Bible tells me and everything, it's up to you. I can't stop you. But I can tell you, I can warn you. And that's what a lot of Christians, that's where they lose a lot of people, is because a lot of Christians figure if they tell somebody that they're going to go to hell if they continue to sin, that it will help these people to convert to being a Christian. No. If anything, that is going to make them never want to touch Christianity again. And I get this from somebody who is actually a friend, or actually she's a friend, but she's married to one of my other friends who I met in high school that I don't talk to very often, might I add. Oh, dear Jesus Christ. No. Take that, fuel tank. Raw. Oh, no. But from what I remember, from what I was told, this friend had a bad experience with Christians before because, you know, she has her different ways of things. And she was in a church and everything, right? If this is how this is going to go, I'm not even going to entertain this. I'm not going to give y'all chances or anything. Yeah, I'm done already. If that's how y'all going to act, y'all can play by yourselves. I'm not freaking playing that game tonight. I'm not playing the game of let's spawn camp the crap out of him because the fact that we wanted to do a one versus everybody and then let's spawn camp the crap out of him and not give him a freaking chance to do anything. So congratulations to Pack Attack. He screwed it up for everybody. As soon as Pack Attack can learn, I will gladly join back. But until then, don't fucking bother me. I'm not doing a match. I'm hoping that everybody will chill out so I can actually have some fun in a custom. Because if I keep having to freaking deal with that stuff, y'all are going to be the reason that I stop playing War Thunder permanently. He lost that. He's eating it. I'm listening. Yeah, although if you want advice, you probably shouldn't be coming to me for it, but I'm listening. My girlfriend said me or all the stuff I have made with me being a blacksmith. Bro, if I'm being honest with you, in that situation, if your girlfriend doesn't respect what you do, she doesn't love you, Bo. Alright? Now I'll tell you this now. Alright? Marriage, being together, alright, it comes with everything. Alright? If I were to get with somebody, they would have to respect the fact I love playing War Thunder. They would have to respect everything about me. But I would have to respect everything about them. That's how relationships work. And personally, I've never had to deal with that. But anyway, who wants to invite me back to the custom if we can stop acting like, Are we going to do the custom, or are we just going to sit here? I can sit here all night. Stop spamming me or I can't join. Y'all need to be on the enemy team, Douglas. That means you. Tired, you're going to have to understand, I'm only letting them use 6.0, so that means your rear end's going to use 6.0 too, or you'll just leave. Stapler, I don't even think I have you in the freaking friends list anymore, because last time I checked, when you left the server, I left everything as well, so oof to you. It's a big old F in the chat for Stapler because of the fact that he left without giving an explanation, so I cut contact, as I do with all the people that want to be drama queens. So, yeah. Douglas, as soon as you change teams, I can get this going again. You need to be on the other team, and then we can do whatever. I'm assuming Jay's in here, so. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't do very well with somebody who constantly threatened, and I'll give you the whole story on what happened, and I won't name names. I had somebody in the server a while ago that, yeah, A10, you just have to tell me what your name is so I can invite you. I had somebody in my Discord server that, there better not be no IS3 because it's supposed to be 6.0. But I had somebody in my Discord server who constantly, every time somebody hurt their feelings, threatened to leave. And I kept messaging them, and I keep them from leaving. Eventually, I got so sick of constantly dealing with the drama that this person had, whether it was in their life or whatever. I just finally said, look, if you're gonna leave, just leave. So finally, they did, but they would not tell anybody why they left. And then they proceed to say things like, oh, well, I don't really care, Pac. I didn't care that you were in a freaking tank either. It was just the fact that I kept freaking getting murdered before I could do anything. Thank you, Tiger. You were very helpful. Here you go, Commander Gunner on you. I got somebody who knows what they're doing. That's going to be an issue. There we go. There we go. Oh, shnikey. Oh, sorry, Douglas. You gotta be more elaborate with how you say that. Hey, M22, does that mean does that mean you're an unidentified flying object? I hear a tank. I don't like it. I don't like hearing tanks. Tanks are scary. Wait a second! No! I missed. I missed the one shot I had to kill him. Now it's gonna be the pest the rest of the match. Oh, shnikey. I ain't pushing no further than right here because I hear a Russian engine that doesn't sound very friendly. And it still died. Dude, I don't even believe in UFOs, if I'm being honest. Because, I mean, I'm not saying that there isn't proof that there are other forms of intelligent life. I believe that if God was good enough to create us in His own image, I believe that He probably created the rest of the universe. So, do I believe that there could possibly be intelligent life out there? Yes. Do I believe in UFOs? No. I mean, come on. What kind of an idiot would believe that something that looks like a plate is coming to land on Earth? They're going to fly by us and be like, man, there's nothing smart down there. Let's go somewhere else. These people kill themselves. They ain't intelligent. Oh no. You know, that would have done damage had you shot the appropriate spot. There we go. Jay, that's already dead. I don't know why you shot that. Nice try. But in the end, I was just too fast. What the frunkadunk? Oh, that works. There we go. Okay. What the? Wait, I can't see. There's a bush. Guys, look, it's George Bush. I saw you last second, but my freaking side was exposed. People coming to me for marital advice is stupid. Look, it's a flying Dorito. Like, if I'm being honest, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, like, I can't offer very smart marital advice considering I've never been married. But I'll put it this way. All right, in the Bible, it does reference that if you really, really love somebody, and once you get, hey, that's a wing. I just watched Torpedo Jet die. In the Bible, it does say that once you get married, you should not be able to divorce. You are married for life. That is the whole, for better, for worse, through sickness and in health. It is forever until one of you die, right? Now, unfortunately, I have to say that based on that, my mom was in sin when she married my dad, because she was already married one time before. She had 2 children by this man. 2 children that I love very much as my own brothers. Where are you going? Sit down. Stay a while. And Jay, you stay out of this. I hear your engine. I told you to stay out of it. Dadgummit, that wasn't even Jay. It was tired. I looked over to see Tired poking around the corner like, oh, hello there. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hold on, wasn't it General Kenobi? General Kenobi. Did you hit Mach speed? But, yeah, by everything that I've always been taught, it is a sin to marry more than once unless the other person dies, right? Come back here, I'm not done with you. You don't get to leave. Just take that guy, he doesn't... Where? So it's like that, boys. Okay. Well then, in that case, we'll just drop something there. I'm done for the night. Y'all have a good one. I hope everybody has a lovely night, and remember,